after a little bit. Let's see. Not feeling super great. Can't quite get my bench set up. Dialed in. You know, I got used to the facilities at the Strength Gym, and yeah, I don't mean not much else to say. So we'll see. Things are just not feeling right. But we'll get it figured out in time, I suppose. But we'll see. Back to pressing, which is good. Not very heavy from the other day, 115, but no pain. No pain during, no pain after. Okay. Well, that felt all right, I guess, actually. So we're trying for, what, 250, 2x3, at 250, and then some dips. Yeah, dips. So, dips may or may not have been what bumped up my shoulder. I don't think it is. I don't think it is. Now, in fairness, I'm biased because I like dips. I like them a lot. I mean, I like how they feel. I'm good at them. So that obviously, you know. But I also, I trained dips a lot in my, you know, lifting career, whatever. And never had any issue. And, you know, I was going heavier than I ever had with them this last summer. So maybe that's really the issue is the scaling of the weight, which I was, you know, probably doing a little faster than I should have. But I think it was unrelated, frankly. So I'm going to slowly build up, focusing on form with those, just so that I can, so nice, slow, methodical, good, solid form. Because then I could afford to put a little less weight. So I don't want to weight them right now. Just gonna do body weight stuff. But this is, all right, so there we go. I've said it many times, right? Forget about how you feel. Because when you start getting under the bar, you know, then you really understand. understand kind of where you're at. These are feeling pretty good now. Throw my rusty 45 on there, which I need to clean, but I also kind of like that they're rusty. Now, some of it is where I'm setting up. I'm setting up nice under the bar, so my unrack feels really good. And that's, you know, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. You have to, you know, feel good when you're unracking the bar. Not good, but I mean, you have to feel stable and secure, right? It's like, you know, yeah, it's not like it's necessarily going to be a make or break deal, but I would tell you, and those of you that lift yourself and train can probably attest to it. But when that unrack feels solid, when you really nail the unrack, there's just this mindset, like this confidence boost for me, where it's like, the unrack is like, sometimes the unrack is so like effortless, smooth, and rigid, where it's like, there's not a doubt. You know, and ideally, when you're programming yourself and everything, you know, you shouldn't be lifting weight that you can't. You want to try to avoid failure, but you never know for sure. But we need that unrack. So I feel good, feeling pretty good. So 255, not 250. So I'm doing a kind of on a heavy in volume, intensity in volume, whatever. So I'll do Mondays. Mondays are heavy bench. And some accessory work. Wednesday will be press. We'll kind of see how that goes. Right now, I'm just going to take it fairly slow. Basically, run out an NLP as I am finally pressing without pain. So that'll be pretty straightforward. And then Friday will be my volume bench. And I'll probably do close grip bench for that, and then more tricep work. And then start getting some curls in, some other things like that. So we'll see how that all goes. But it does feel good to be back under the bar regularly. January was, bleh, you know, the anxiety and stress of leaving a job and then starting your own thing. And so there's no certainty at all with that. No certainty at all. So, you know, it's sketchy, weighs on you. So add to the, and you know, the training is kind of, it's a nice mental defense against, all that stuff. And so when you're not able to train, especially when you're used to training, makes things even harder. So it's good. And I got my wife, my beautiful wife, Andrea, is training. Our neighbor, Melissa's training. So that's been a lot of fun. It's funny, my wife's always kind of talking about her back bothering her. I said, hey, it's make it stronger. Well, let's make it stronger. But as a coach, I'm not pushing my wife. You know what I mean? Like, that's whatever. I'm not gonna add conflict in our relationship. And I've told her but she finally kind of came around and said, yeah, I wanna, because it's a little boring. It's a little boring for her, in fairness. But a couple weeks in, she's already feeling the effects of a stronger back. So it's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Oh yeah. All right. It's supposed to be 2 sets of 3. But we got 5. Excellent. So let's see here. Now that's a 10-pound jump from the last bench set, 245. So a little bit of the alterations I made to my Bruce Shaw Barbell Club bench. Maybe that's helping. So good. And maybe Friday was just kind of an off day. Performance is so variable, so varied that there's just too many things to really kind of think about as far as like what could possibly be making your performance seem less than it was, Excuse me. So I'm gonna probably try for another triple, but we'll see how it goes. I need to get a timer. This shed, this building I got, is coming along pretty well. I like it's unfinished, obviously. As far as there's no insulation or anything like that, so it has been a little chilly from time to time. But I like that. I like that a lot. I think I've probably mentioned it before, but I'm a big fan of Dorian Yates. Just generally, he seems like he's just an interesting dude, disciplined dude. Seems like a pretty genuinely good dude. Anyway, he talks a lot about how when he was working out and training in, I don't know what, if it was in London, but it was England, somewhere there. I can't remember now, but just the dungy kind of, well, dungeon-like, vibe of the gym he was in, which was literally underground, a basement essentially, or what have you. So, no outside light. It's it's just, but it's this kind of like, this mindset thing. It's like Rocky 4 versus the Russian. The Russians using state of the art, great stuff. Rocky's out. Now, it's also a movie, fair enough, but the idea there is, I think, value. There's value there. There's something to that idea of like, make the elements that I'm working within difficult. You see this with David Goggins, Jocko Willink, and these people who are like, you know what? It's pouring down rain. Good. Because that just adds to the mindset training. You gotta train your mind to do hard things. And sometimes it helps to be in an environment, a particular kind of environment that kind of gets your blood pumping. All right, so I don't know how long I've been resting exactly. That's all right. I think we're pretty close. 3.5, 4 minutes. I need to get a timer though. Alright, that one was not as, I'm feeling a little off, little off. That unrack was not as solid, but we got it done anyway. So, maybe we won't switch up the programming just yet. 10. We'll do 10 of those. Oh, that feels good. Nice, methodical kind of tempo. Really feeling it stretch a bit. And feel it stretch a bit in the chest. So, you know, like I said, we'll kind of temper my aggression on those for sure. Because I do not really want to. Because if you know, like I said, I don't think that's what hurt my shoulder. However, I'm just gonna take this nice and slow. Because it might have been, like I said, the intensity. I was putting a lot of weight on them. And I could handle it, but I had this problem when short stint, a couple of years before I lost my leg, where I was bouldering, rock climbing, bouldering. And what I had was, so I would get just insane tendonitis in my elbow and such. And really what it was a product of was my tendons were not very strong for those kind of heavy finger, like lifting weights and stuff is one thing, but having so much pressure on the finger as you're using your fingers to pull you up constantly. And so I was strong enough, but the tendons were really not prepared for it. And I hit it pretty hard. When I started, I just fucking went hard. Because that's really the only, when it comes to those kind of physical things, I really have one speed of just kind of like, not necessarily even to win. Because like with bouldering, it's not really a competition against other people so much, but like just this like any physical challenge, like I have to go like 100% and really push past, push to my absolute extent to try and succeed. Which has plenty of benefits and has been good for me in a whole host of ways. But, so my point is, might have been that I just was not really, while my strength level was there, my body was just not quite ready to deal with dips that were, whatever they were, 125 pounds or whatever I had strapped onto me. So, I'm a 140 pound guy, because I'm a small guy, short guy. So this body, but if I'm doing dips or, with 100 pounds, 120 pounds, 150, whatever it was exactly, 115, I think. So, 255 pound dips on a frame that's used to 140. I think the heaviest I've ever really been is 150. And so it's like 100 pounds more than what my body's ever really been used to. And I got to that point, like, I was pretty aggressive with the loading. So it's like I had not done dips in a long time. And then like the second, probably the third time doing them heavy, that's what I was doing it for. It was like 115 pounds. So it's like, maybe if I'd gotten there after 2 months. All right. All right, well, we'll see if I regret this, although I don't suspect I will. 3 sets of 5 at 255 instead of 2 sets of 3. So, okay. That's cool, I guess. I'll take it for sure. And then 2 sets of dips. And then we'll call it. Catch my breath here. Maybe I shouldn't. Rest up here. A couple, 2-3 minutes, and we'll call it. So hopefully this video will load up correctly. I tried to shoot one on Friday, I think it was, and never loaded up. So I don't have Wi-Fi out here in this shed. Don't know if I ever will, but you know, probably will try to get something. So that's probably why, but we'll see. For those of you though that have watched, and a couple people have reached out asking when I'd be putting these videos back up. So hopefully today and then moving forward. But appreciate it. Gained a couple new followers even in the absence, so very fun. And you know, for those watching, share these videos. You know, really a lot of this is to kind of show my, you know, my story a little bit, kind of, although, look, a lot of people have been through much worse and are doing even, you know, much more than I am. But, you know, I think it's helped some, I think, and so that's fun. But, you know, a big part of this too is, as I embarked on this online coaching business, you know, the key to it is really just getting me, who I am and what I do in front of as many eyeballs as possible. So, you know, if you like this stuff, share it, or, you know, just let people know. Word of mouth is kind of how these things go with what I do, strength training, and what we do at Starting Strength. You know, it's like we say, it's not particularly sexy, certainly isn't complicated, and so it's not super appealing to a lot of people. And so, you know, from a marketing standpoint, it's like, how exactly do you create an ad that's just basically, hey, you're gonna do a bunch of hard work, and it never stops, and it only has to get heavier and harder for the most part. So word of mouth is a big one, where it's like, it's hard to put into words what we do as strength coaches and how much strength impacts your life when you increase it. It's hard to put that into any kind of marketing slogan or ad or whatever. So word of mouth, for sure. word of mouth. All right, 30 minutes, all right. All right. All right. 3 sets of 10. Awesome. Well, assuming this gets loaded up without any problem, thanks for watching. And if you're interested in online coaching, BruceShopBarbellClub.com, or you can find me on the Starting Strength Coaches directory. So, stay strong.